What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey, coming to you with a hopefully quick little video. I have had something on my mind for a while, and I really just toyed with it, even if I wanted to even do a video or if I wanted to talk about it. And I said, just forget about it. I won't even worry about it. But it was just bothering me. And I was like, just talk about it. I see what y'all think about it. You let me know if I'm out of order, if I'm wrong. So anyway, I am subscribed to a particular YouTuber whose name I will not mention. I will, however, mention the name of the video because it's all a part of what is bothering me. I toyed with the idea of not talking about it because there could be a lot of backlash when you have something to say about somebody else's video or the content of that video. And I know I've sipped and sniffed or sniff and sip or whatever, and I know how vicious things can get, and that the thought of that made me a little nervous. But if I'm not anything, honeybees, I'm brave. I'm just that girl. You know, I run towards the fire. I very rarely ever run away from it. And that's just who I am. So why change now? Anyway, I am subscribed to this particular YouTuber, and I typically enjoy his dialogue, and he puts questions out there that I think are viable and worth conversation, worth thought. So I am, an avid watcher of his, and I think he's pretty funny. And there's been some other things going on out there with him. I'm not going to get into that because I don't think it has anything to do with content. I don't think it has anything to do with his success at what he does. I think that's solely him, and that part of him I enjoy. So who cares about everything else? Anyway, the name of this video is, I think, Stank B. You know what B stands for. Stank B Coochie Stunk Up the Whole Party. And so it's a 10-minute long video, and it talks about this woman who was at this party who had vaginal odor, obviously. And how everybody knew it, but no one said anything to her, and the odor was so bad that it was a revolving, like musical chairs around a person. People didn't want to sit next to the person because their vagina was had this horrible odor. And so he tells the story, and there are some ad libs in between there, and then he goes on what seemed like forever, but it couldn't have been no more than a 3 or 4 minute diatribe about the female vagina and the smell of it and what it's supposed to smell like, or what it should smell like, and what we need to do to keep it clean, and what this person needed to do to keep it clean. And it was just on and 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 on. It just made me so uncomfortable. Like, I was just like, I, It was, to me, for me, it was in such poor taste. Like, it was in such poor taste. And I would have, it, I, I'm gonna tell you why I was offended. Just point blank, period. One, this is a male talking about a female body part. Like, what are you talking about? What do you, what do you know? Except the topical things, what do you know? What do you know about the daily maintenance and of a vagina? What do you know? What do you know about pH and yeast and moisture and odor and the lack thereof? What, you're a male. You don't even have a vagina. Okay. A. Number B. You're a gay male. You don't even have dealings with a vagina. You're not a bisexual male. You're a gay male. You don't even have dealings with the vagina. Like, you have no day to day contact or weekly contact or monthly or yearly contact or bi yearly contact with a vagina. What are you talking about? It's inappropriate. It's not your lane. And I think there were quite a few people on in his comments that spoke out against it and, felt like he was out of order. Now, I only saw one response that he gave to one woman, and I can't really offhand remember what her response was. Oh, it was something in reference to a previous video that he had done about himself, and she referenced that video, and um, he called her a B, cussed her out. I mean, they may know each other. I don't know. They may have an understanding. But there were some other people that spoke very intelligently about how inappropriate it was. And I don't rightly recall him having responses to them, although he may have done it since I've seen the video, so I'm not sure. But man, y'all, I was so offended. Like, we as black women, we have so many stereotypes against us. And we don't have a whole hell of a lot of support outside of our own community as black women. Those sisters that lift each other up and empower each other, which is not a lot. We have a very small community. But what I find ironic is that the very reason that I like your channel is because you pose some very, very pertinent questions in regards to the black woman, um, that the same person that could pose these intelligent, thought-provoking questions can also come on and do this horrible, horrible rant about a woman's vagina. First of all, you're calling it coochie. I mean, and some of that stuff that he was saying, I was just like, dude, that's offensive as fuck. I was just bothered me. Man, it bothered me. Okay? I don't think you should be talking about vagina, sir. I don't. Not unless it's, something viable, something of value, something empowering. I just don't see the point in it. Two, I don't see how you can feel like that's okay. If I were to come on and do a 10-minute rant about gay men and anuses, and the elasticity of a gay man's anus, I mean, I would be completely, completely destroyed. Not just on YouTube, I will be destroyed on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat. You guys would rally up against me so fast. I would be called all kinds of fish and bitch and trick and trade, whatever y'all call. You know what I mean? I love everybody. I don't have no problem with nobody. Um, I really don't. I still like this individual, and I'm gonna continue to be subscribed to this individual because it is my hope that this individual will see this video and feel and see what, why this could have been offensive to some people. My thing is, I'm not going to get into the anatomy of a woman or um, the biology and the science behind the makeup of the female vagina. I don't think that helps. I don't think it uh, resolves anything. Um, I will say this. Um, you have no way of knowing if what you smell was a vagina, period. Um, you can have infection anywhere in your body and it can smell horrible. Okay. All right. That's A. B, you've no way of knowing if this person suffers from a serious illness, a serious um, health problem, a health problem that they themselves may not even be aware of. Because we know that the longer you live in an environment, whether that environment is hot or cold or smelly or void of smell, you become what they call nose blind. Okay, so just like you become insensitive to cold or insensitive to heat, like if you're immersed in an environment long enough, you become sort of blind or numb to the things in that environment, which is why a lot of people who smoke cigarettes can't smell the cigarette smoke anymore because they with it all the time. But a person who don't smoke at all can smell that smoke a mile away. Um, and you don't know if that person had been home in their bedridden for weeks, and finally felt well enough to come out for the first time. You don't even, you don't know what a horrible thing. He didn't mention anyone's name, but what a horrible thing to discuss is you know what you call a putrid smell coming from a woman's coochie. What's a coochie? Do we know? Does anybody know what a coochie? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get into that like that. But I'm just gonna say I felt it was highly inappropriate, and I feel like if you're gonna have articles that provoke thought and conversation, intelligent conversation amongst intelligent African American women, then you can't then negate or all of these wonderful articles and by making this really obnoxious video about a woman's vagina. Like it has no place. It has no place. It has no place on your channel. It has no place in a world where we need to be building and uplifting each other up. And it certainly has no place in civilized society for you to be talking like that about something you have no knowledge of. I think it was in poor taste. And like I said, you know, for me, I choose to um, believe that this individual will um, see the light and realize this was inappropriate. I don't want to get too deep into it because I want to build relationships with people. I don't want to tear them down. And I have a YouTuber that I watch faithfully, Nay Rob. Y'all check out Nay Rob if y'all ever haven't aren't subscribed to her already. But she ends all of her YouTube videos, no matter what they are, she ends them with the same people you meet on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down. YouTubers, be good to each other. Oh, I love Nay. Hey, Nay, hey. But I do subscribe to that and I believe that. So I don't want to um, prolong this conversation. I just want to know if I have any of my subscribers out there who uh, are homosexual males, or black females, or females, period. How do you feel about this subject matter? Should we be tearing down each other's anatomy? Like, I'm not going to make a video tearing down a man's penis. I don't want anyone making a video tearing down a woman's vagina. As a straight female, I am not going to make a video tearing down a gay male or a gay female. You know, a lot of people say, okay, well, this person's a carpet muncher or fudge packer. Just all kinds of just really, really, really egregious things that people say that I personally think can be regarded as offensive. Just like those things are offensive, this conversation about thanking coochie, I find very offensive. So I just feel like know your place, know your lane. There's in no way is coochie in your lane, sir. You shouldn't even be talking about it. It's not a subject matter that you can speak intelligently about. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about this subject matter. You guys just tell me what it is you think. Um, Tell me how you feel about it. If you're a gay male, you feel like you should be open to talk about whatever you want to talk about, however you want to talk about it, and should nobody have nothing to say about it. And if that's the case, are you then offended when someone has something to say about your lifestyle and the anatomy of that lifestyle? I'd like to know, as an African American or any woman, period, how do you feel about this conversation being had and being put out there for the world to see and being discussed in such a poor manner? Let me know. Like I said, I'm not going to say the YouTuber's name, but you know, I'd like to hear what you guys think. Okay, you guys, I've been on here long enough. Thank you so much for watching and hearing me out. I would love to hear back from you guys. So please like and comment and subscribe. And next time, honeybees, thanks for watching.